because actually the Bible says love your neighbor as you love yourself. So once you love the next one, then you wouldn't wish to cause harm to him. You wouldn't wish to steal from him. You wouldn't wish to lie to him. You wouldn't wish to do anything bad to him. Because there is a very rich culture which is only available in Kenya, that is not in Sweden. And that rich collection is a sense of collective responsibility. You find that if somebody lives within an estate, there is some unconditional love which develops just among those people. It's not governed by any law. And you can find somebody works until very late hours of the night, and like a strange neighbor who is so used to so and so cooks for the kids of, because they know the mom comes late. I mean, this I experienced only there. You wouldn't expect that here in Europe. And there is a special way which it can happen this side, but not in that kind of collective sense. So so if that culture is brought in a more civil way and in a more secure way, you can find there's a room for, excuse me guys, now here I have to stop because the water has frozen. The path in which I'm taking was turned into the lake, and it turned into an ice field. This is risky, and I have to go snail slow speed. I'm walking on the river. I'm walking on the water. As you can see, the middle of the river is moving. That's where the force of the river is moving at a speed that cannot make it allow it to freeze. But as you can see, it's breaking into some of the ice, and like a falls coming there. And right here I have to walk on top of a glacier, and glacier is very, very dangerous. I don't have a staff to hold me balance. It's recommended that one has to have a staff in order to walk in such glacier. It's very, very slippery, extremely slippery. I trust my weight that the glacier is strong enough to carry me. It's very slippery. I have to go at a snail slow speed. I'm in the middle of the glacier. It's very slippery. I can feel myself sliding. Guys, if I fall, you will bear with me. And it's just a question of going slowly, 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 slowly. Whoa, the glacier is extreme. I have to hold my balance very well. I have to hold my balance very well. There's only a little bit to go. The mark on the tree is telling me this is the right direction to go. Oh, it's cracking. It's making me a little bit afraid. Oh dear. Guys, you can see it's cracking. Oh, it's cracking like glass, and water is coming. Wow, there we go. Somehow I managed safely on the land, and you could see from the cracks where I was stepping, it's all turning into water. So all that would have gone deep into my shoes. So I managed to pass over the glacier, and The next experience I'm going to have is over a hanging bridge. A hanging bridge. Here's the water, frozen, glaciers overall, and the arrow is showing me that I have to take the bridge up, and this is the view of the river. Where the centrifugal forces is so big, the ice stands no chance at blocking, but otherwise the edges had frozen, as you can see. So I'm going up the bridge. I'm going up the bridge. So the arrow shows me that I have to take this route, and I'll go up through this bridge. But before going over the bridge, I'd want to show you real blocks of glacier. I mean, like big ice. If you want to know the thickness of the water that we walk across, it freezes to that kind of diameter. If you can watch there, it really shows that it's a big thing, like almost 30 centimeters. It's like a big board, and the water is actually flowing under it. And when you think about it, when people go walk over, it's quite risky. It's quite risky. You can see the water under, and the depth of the lake can be as much as 20 to 30 meters. That's pretty deep, and with this as a roof over your head, it can be very difficult. Let me just answer a telephone. Somebody is trying to call me. Hello. Morning. How are you doing? Yeah, we did talk in the morning. Kaito na oro ne gine, oro ne copy my receipt no bende. Yeah, that was very nice. Ini don't you teach? Wow. Okay. I was in a spectacular view here. I wish you'd only see this. Huh? Isn't this beautiful? Yeah. Akaoga morning walk kidogo. Kore makoni wawuothe bungu kaka meditate matin. Kamano. Tukara in, just continue with the job that you're having. Thanks a lot. And I think there could be some response tomorrow. Yeah. So you're in the public transport? Okay. Me I'm balancing it here. This is fun. Kare, I'll get in touch with you most probably tomorrow.
Yeah, no problem.
Cheers. Have a lovely day. Yep. Okay. That was a friend of mine from Holland, so I thought it was nice to just respond to the call. Now the bridge is frozen. The bridge is totally frozen, and as I'm walking you can hear the crackles. It means the portions of the ice is breaking. The river is flowing under me. the glaciers looking so beautiful. Somebody had put a bird's house, nest on one of those trees, and you can see like the water is almost engulfing itself. The crackling that you can hear is the ice breaking as I'm taking a walk on the bridge. It is so beautiful. It is so beautiful. It is so beautiful. And this is the river that goes to the Yelmoled and into the lake that we passed there. And I've toured it where it enters the lake, and there's a delta. You know, it branches into so many branches as it enters the lake. It looks so majestic there. Okay, I've gone over the bridge, and I have to continue with my walk. I believe this is beautiful. This is beautiful. And there is provision here for the wanderers who are walking across. And one thing I do promise you, one day I'll cook for you guys ugali from here, because that's one thing I've ever thought about doing. But I didn't want to cook for myself. I've been looking for a friend who can be coming, then we can cook and eat together. But we have free firewood which has been brought here. Me and my daughter, we have brought firewood here sometimes last year also. We have newspapers, we have a bit of things, oil that you can start. There is jiko here. There is you can grill here. There's, yeah, so I promise one day I'll make for you guys ugali from here, and then we'll share a meal in the forest. That's one thing I know one day I will have to do, because I've really longed for it. Yeah, I've really longed for it. So one of the videos that you're going to get in the future, trust me, it's in that place, and I'll make for you guys ugali and skunje from there. I know it will be difficult for you to believe, but that's what will happen. So as I was continuing with my my talk, the social life system that we have in Kenya was kind of like I don't know, but it's responsive, whereby somebody takes care of the other, and somebody takes care of the other, and the other, and the other. Of course, right now things could be becoming a bit mean because of the economic situation. But for example, I was taken care of by my grandmother when I was young. So I had a chance to live with my grandmother and with my other grandmother from my mom's side. And whenever I wanted to be with my dad, to be with my stepmom, with my mom. So it was kind of like a collective choice that you can be able to live. And if that thing is worked out, it can be very responsive in a very positive way. But the answer to this thing of rule of the law and respect of the law, I find it very, very difficult to answer, because people have changed their place value for things. People value themselves in different ways. And if a human being would be the first priority in every man's value, where you respect all persons equally, then I think from there, my friend who was asking me, from there things can start going right. When you have value for each and everybody, you value every life. When you value every person, when you value everybody, and everybody, not only divided like there are other people and there's the government. I mean, if the government itself becomes, I mean, from my understanding, democracy is the government of the people, by the people. So it means the same people on the ground here would be in the government, and when they start loving one another and caring for one another, giving one another equal opportunities to have income, basics, food, water, and shelter, if they give these things equally, then I think the society would start developing into something. And I think the mentality that I'm seeing back there is very different from the one I see here. So they're two different things, and starting to change it can also be very, very controversial because I don't know how to put it. I don't think I'm the right person. I don't think I'm the right person, but what I can be able to do is in my channel I have a very, very little story that I think as an individual, whereby we are a bunch of animals who are left in a farm. I'm trying to borrow from the George Orwell's Animal Farm and try to see if it can be made better. I have a vehicle which is coming ahead, so I think I have to step aside out of the road to let the vehicle go aside. Oh, okay. This is the hunting season, so that's a hunter. I can see him with his dog and his hunting clothes. Yeah. So in my story in this channel, I'm trying to get back into the old book of George Orwell, The Animal Farm, and what I'm trying to imagine is when the master dies and we the animals want to take over the farm. In George Orwell's fashion, everybody had to do what they knew was best. I could see that donkey walking to its death, the horse there, blah blah blah, everybody doing it his own way, the pig knowing that I'm the master of this and that. But my opinion is that we are not like those animals in George Orwell's story. We are all human beings, and if we are left on our own, aren't we able to sit down together and start with a simple greeting? Hi, I am so and so. I am this. I come from this tribe, and my culture is this, and you, and that, and then we would all come together and see ourselves as a nation, and then we would sit down and say, okay, what is our problem? So we would put our problems down. Okay, this is our problem, this is our problem. And then from there, what is the solution to our problem? Then everybody would come, okay, the best solution for this is that, the best solution for this is that, and that, and that. And we would ask one another, if these solutions are applied, are we going to be all okay? Yeah, right, we'll be all okay. Then we see on how to implement and move forward. Of course, the solutions might not be so perfect and permanent, but they would be developing. With some time, they're going to see hiccups here and there and develop them as the course goes on. But at the end of the day, people will all be accommodated and their problems are going to be solved. For example, here the problem of school fees has been solved. Since I came here, I only got one daughter here. That's a friend of mine. He does bird watching. He's a specialist in that, so I'm sure he's going into the forest to film birds. So what I was saying is things like school fees. Since my daughter came